Thought I'd just do a quick charts of interest video. Excuse me. Still haven't got over this cold yet. So starting with the E-mini, E-mini couldn't break out. S&P E-mini couldn't break out above this strong resistance here. Now it's formed a consolidation and it's way above the flat key Jansen here now. So looking like it's turning over, so grab some puts on this. Might be a bit early yet, but grab some puts on this with a target down to even the bottom of this. It depends on what the conditions are like, but could potentially see this is still a distribution, right? Because it's a flat cadence and your target's potentially down to here. Not saying it'll get down that far, but given that October's coming up, that's what. It wouldn't be out of the question, that's for sure, but not seeing the sort of setups that I want to see really at the moment to get a big move. It could have a bit of work to do yet in the week ahead, but when you look at junk bonds are holding up really well, and that's not what I want to see that's not what I wanted to see really. Junk bonds should be, I was hoping junk bonds would have turned down and given a bit of a lead to the bearish case, but the bearish case is not really showing up yet as it appears at the moment, but VIX failed to make a new low. It's consolidating on support here that failed to make another. This low was it was failed to close here, and it's ended up on this consolidation here, and you got a flat key Jansen, so looking for that daily MACD to cross up there. I'm looking for the 4-hour MACD to get above the zero line, or the center line here as I call it, the zero line or whatever. So it's still, the VIX call buyers are not really showing up in size yet either, so that makes me a bit think that it's got a bit of work to do yet, but I would have thought they would have come, maybe have to see on Monday if they might start showing up, but they're not really showing up in any size at the moment either. So I thought they would have started buying October calls or something, but they're not. Oh, there's a few, but not really the size that I wanted to see. But Q's Tech is not really doing all that much at the moment. Could take some puts on this, but might take some puts on this on Monday, but not any real big size just yet. Nikkei is turning over here, which is a sign for the bearish case, way above the daily key Jansen here at the moment, and it's quite a strong breakout there, but it's in where's the volume profile like on that? It's it's very weak. It's not that bad actually. When you look at it, like I suppose when you look at it just like that, it is quite weak. So yeah, a bit of volume there. It's more of a consolidation really. So that's not particularly bearish, but it's a bit of a false. Just that MACD, the daily MACD looks like it might have a bit more work to do yet before it turns over properly, but it can be a bit early getting into puts sometimes, but can take a small trade there on it. But if you had have gone in here, you would have been way too early. What was the 4-hour like at that point? Anyway, just out of interest. 4-hour was like, no, the 4-hour was, the 4-hour was, you would have got stopped out. If you had taken some puts there, you would have just got stopped out, but now it's below the 4-hour key Jansen though, which makes me think this more this is more of a serious reversal, right? But we don't know for sure. We never say exactly what's going to happen because we're not predicting the future. We're just saying there's a high probability. That's all we're saying at the moment. But it's not that far from the 100 MA here on the 2 hour either. So it's not a hugely bearish looking reversal, but TLT's been bid up here. So that was a counter trend. It's that's got some calls on TLT. That's a safe haven bid. So it just got way oversold, and as I say, it's been reverting back up to the 100 MA. The yen, the yen is strengthening again as well. So that's a bearish case for the Nikkei as well. So the bund is also picking up a bit again. So not strongly so, but what's the daily like on that? Yeah, it's coming back up to the flat Kijunsen there. So flat Kijunsen on the daily, it's been reverting back up. So oil had that obviously that news out of Saudi Arabia caused this record spike in oil, and then in oil futures, a record biggest spike ever since futures started. And then once the news came out that it wasn't serious what they thought, then it faded back. So that was a good trade back to the mean here once they realised that it wasn't that serious. It was a good intraday trade, called a fade, right? Intraday only on that one. JNUG is off this support base here. It's rallying for gold, right? So that's been a good one. Gold is rallying here off the. It's just been a bit of a consolidation, bit of a counter trend, right? Didn't really on the daily. It didn't really get sold off that much at all, really. And silver's been just picking up a bit here, but silver looks good too again. And copper's been selling off. Copper's in a daily distribution here at the moment, and that's been a good one. Copper is, and natural gas has been in a reversal here. It just got too overextended here. It was a huge run on natural gas, and now it's a good mean reversion trade back to the downside at the moment. US dollar Jappy's been good because the Jappy's been strengthening, so that's been a nice one. Nice flat Kijunsen on the daily, and most of the Jappy pairs have been good trading through the week. Euro NZ has been very overextended now, so it's been a huge run on Euro NZ, way up there. Flat Kijunsen's most likely overdone now, but yeah, it's getting a bit thin in volume up here now, so I'm looking for a reversal back on this one now, but haven't got any. I've been I've been hitting this hard on the upside. Now look to hit it on the reversal. NZCAD's been a good one. NZ US has also been good. Shorting, right? Euro Jappy's been a good one. As I said, most of the Jappies have been good. They're the flat Kijunsen here, right? And Oz dollar Jappy, of course, has been really good. Nice, very nice move on Oz dollar Jappy. Yeah, and that was below the. That's a beautiful reversal. Look at that, as I was talking about, that beautiful divergence there on the MACD here. That's a dead giveaway, right? When it does that, it's just gagging for it, right? And Roku was just one of the stocks. It was a real good one. This was a gap fill down to see that filled that gap there. Filled that gap from back here. That earnings gap. It filled that. Right, so got real nice puts on this. Had a couple of goes at this. Got some puts on, closed them out, got some more puts on here and closed them out now. That's just closed them out when that gap filled there, and you just be happy with that. It could, not saying it's not going to drop further, but you just take your, it's deep in the money. By the time I got that just before the close on about midday in the US market on Friday, I just closed that out because I was happy with that profit on that, and that was awesome. It just that filled that gap precisely there from the earnings there, and yeah, that was what I was going to say. That island top there. Look at that beautiful island top on that. Anyway, you can see what I mean by the gap up. Gap up there. There's island formation here and a gap down again, right? And you got below the Keejans, and then that's perfect reversal there, and then target was down to the 100 MA, which it went to, right? And you got out of those puts and got back in again. The target down to fill this gap, and that's precisely what happened. So when trades come through, a lot of trades you'll get the perfect setup and they won't come through for whatever reason, but when they do come through, it's absolutely awesome. And once you get the feel for it, there's nothing like it. Once you get in that zone, and you're really killing it, it's hopefully I'm going to be in Vietnam for a month, so hopefully I'll be able to just pin my ears back and just concentrate solely on trading. It's going to be awesome. I did exceptionally well last year when I went to Vietnam for the whole of October, so hopefully my trading's improved out of sight since I went to Vietnam last year. Something happened to my senses just became like over exaggerated or something, for want of a better term. My senses just became heightened, and I don't know, it's a bit hard to explain, but hopefully I'll have the same experience again when I go there this year. But it's something that you've got to experience for yourself to be able to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that'll do for now, and I'll probably do another video through the week and then I'm off. So, alright, bye for now.